Howdy! Let's do a tier list of the NPCs. Some of you might know I have finished the Hardcore Master run and I want to share my experience. I'm doing this because it's fun and I want to express my opinion about it. Some things can be objective, but you will definitely see some subjective opinion on my side. So, some subjective opinions, and yeah, let's go. Number one, Angler. Angler goes to... Hey! Useful NPC. I know that people are triggered by him for some things, and he can trigger you, but at the end of the day, he's quite useful. He gives you money, he gives you the baits, so it'll do. Pretty good one. And it's fun. In Fishing can be really fun. I definitely advise you to do so. I finished my run with a cell phone, and it feels good. I like having a cell phone. Next one is Mr. Arms Dealer, who goes also to A. Front of him. Good throughout the whole game, mostly because of the bullets later on, especially when you want to switch to chlorophyte crystal bullets. Excels at the early game, one of the best NPCs. Getting a mini shark, or even better, the graveyard gun, whatever it's called. Barrel shotgun. Yeah, that's the name. Amazing. Hey, nothing less than that. Cloutier. Uh, yes, some vanity sets that I'm not a huge fan of. I just didn't use it enough. I'm gonna put in a D. Maybe even D. Nah, D will do. I don't use rockets. So Mr. Cyborg. I'm gonna put it in C because I haven't experimented enough with the rocket guns, and I don't know really if nanite flasks are any good. Causing confusion is not a big deal, so I'm gonna put it to C just because of the potential. I would like to hear your opinion on the cyborg, definitely. Demolitionist. This is a... I mean, I put the best of the best in S, but it's either S or A. For now, I'm gonna put him to S. I think that he deserves it. Dynamite will always be good, also for making arenas. He also sells explosive bullets, but they're risky, so yeah. If you're feeling adventurous, go for them. They're quite useful if used correctly, but they can be really dangerous because they can hurt you. I might adjust a bit later. I just want to be clear. I might adjust at least a bit later. Because I wasn't studying about this. I'm just doing this right now for fun. I got experience, but I didn't think this through. That's all I'm gonna say. Dryad S tier. It was either A or S, but after I discovered her use in the graveyard biome, I made a video on the graveyard biome. What can be done when Dryad is in the graveyard biome once you enter hard mode. I'm gonna talk about it right now. Super useful potions, for potions especially, with the planter boxes. And yeah, she's amazing. Even her buff when fighting, you can even use it against the big win early on and stuff like that. Absolutely amazing. Dryad goes to S. As an S tier waifu as well. I'm pretty sure that Reddit will agree about that. Vanity, 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 but he's the king of vanity. So it's either B or A. Or A. I put it in B for now. I'm gonna change later. We shall see. After Die Trader comes the Goblin Tinker, who is F. No? EF? Or the best NPC in the game. I think that he's pretty much the best NPC in the game. I mean, early on, as soon as as you find him after the Goblin invasion, you're like, yay, got him! He'll make my life easier. I can make more stuff in my accessory slots by combining them, make things worthwhile. And he just serves you throughout the whole freaking game. It's insane. Uh, guide. I mean, sometimes use him to ask for that, and use him for the great sacrifice. So it's B. It's C because that flicker opens the door to zombies. Screw that. Oh, mechanic. Uh, S. That's an S tier. Right behind him. Wiring system. I love it. Used for the grand design. As soon as you get her, grand design helps you immensely with traps. You're so much safer. Firing is used throughout the game, throughout the whole game. Pretty much all of her, all of the things that she's selling are pretty darn useful. Amazing. Just a second. Okay. Let's go next. Mr. Merchant. Pretty good. B. He's fine. Piggy Bank. I don't use the cycle much, but overall he's pretty fine in the early game. So I guess it's some kind of B. Fine. Nurse. Nurse in master mode is kinda expensive. She's still fine, so she can go to B. She lives with me in a room, you know? Especially in the special room that I create where I teleport when I'm in the hard mode. So yeah, she's a cool roommate. This guy is also here. What are you doing here, dude? What the hell? Next one is the Mr. Painter. He has a lot of vanity. I cannot put him in David Claw tier. Maybe C or B. But the catch is that he sells specific things during the moon phases, during the different moon phases. And according to that, if you get really good, you can find which moon phase is on by looking at the things that he's selling. So that's pretty good. That's going to be fighting with the Mr. Dye Trader. Party Girl. Super rare. 3% chance to spawn. So it makes us pretty hyped up. We're super happy when we see her, and it's not like I use a lot of her stuff. He has a lot of vanity as well, so that's really good for some people. I can respect it. And she's definitely better than these two because, wait, organize, yeah, she goes there. The main reason is one thing that I absolutely buy from her before she dies to destroyer. And it's the bubbly blocks, bubbly tiles. All in all, that bubbly stuff is really good from her. I like it a lot. Mr. Pirate is not super useful in terms of trading, but he's a really good fighter. He's a really good fighter, and I'm putting him and him. These two are amazing fighters. Oh yeah, so he's okay. You're going here then. Okay. This guy is probably the strongest NPC in terms of fighting. I'll tell you a bit later which other one is also really good. But yeah, he's doing some damages, that's for sure. We'll see. I didn't use Sent enough. He has some vanity stuff, not super useful, but still better than Cloutier. They're not really. Ye boy McBones. I like to complete Yo-Yo bag with him. And you can put him to maybe B. The other things are not so useful. Maybe during the full moon he sells that lantern that I'm not a huge fan of. And when I go and farm for my Rod of Discord, he just appears there and makes the enemy spawn less, so I hate it. You're going to see, because you can be an annoying prick. Not terrible, but you know. Top C tier, I'll take it. Oof. This is a really good one. Like, super good one. SRA. The steampunkery. She sells the wings, but Utter Golem. You can have to wait for that. You don't always. You can also obtain Motron wings, your fusion wings. They look cool though. She also sells jetpack at certain phases, which is good. And she sells the teleporters, which are absolutely amazing, but I just cannot put the demolitionist in tier S without putting her there. So those teleporters are so useful to me. It's incredible how useful they are. If you want to use some other things from her, they can be pretty good, like those tracks. So yeah. Oh! What am I talking about? Okay, asphalt. There you go. There you go. Amazing. Asphalt is great. I don't even bother saving her from the spiders, I believe. But I'm gonna put her in the again. Oh look, it's the NPC that no one is using. Because they don't bother doing the turn event, so E or F. How about I put it? Yeah, you know what? Tavern Keep is S tier. He's S tier. He sells the best armor in the game, my favorite armor ever, Valhalla armor. And I love doing the turn event. Tavern Keep is definitely S tier. Super good. Just because you don't bother and don't know how to do the eternity event. Even though I did a video about it. 2 videos actually. The third one should have been done, but I had some lags and it was not so pleasurable to watch, so I guess I will have to do the main video about it. During the tier 2 of the event, it's the best way to you can use the tier 2 of the Old Ones Army event to farm defender medals, and once you farmed enough, 325, or was it 300? 300 I think, yeah, 300. You can buy my favorite armor, no, 325. You can buy Valhalla armor set, you can buy other really good armor sets, but you only want the best of the best if you're playing the hardcore and master. So yeah, Valhalla armor, I use it to defeat the Moonlord himself, the master mode hardcore run. I adore that set piece, probably my favorite armor ever. It has a huge amount of regeneration and it totally fits my playstyle. As far as I'm concerned, Tavern Keep goes straight to S tier. No questions asked. Whew. He makes me feel alive. Okay, Mr. Gimme 12 gold. Thanks. This cowboy can sell some really good stuff, but quite often he doesn't, so top B tier. Not A. You not put him in A. Mr. Truffle goes to A tier. Behind him, definitely. Truffle is selling the... I like the Shrumite set. If you want to go for ranged, he's selling one of the best armors for ranged class. And Shrumite claws are good for digging. as well as that hover thingy. You want to have some fun, but it's kind of useful as well. So I think that Truffle is really good, and also in terms of fighting, he has some really outstanding attacks and unique attacks. Kind of fun to watch him fight as well. Definitely goes to A tier. Okay. You buddy are also going to A tier, I believe. Yeah, the Witch Doctor is... The live wings are not as they used to be. I would just put him in A or S tier if they didn't nerf them. I'm glad they didn't nerf them though. It was a bit too much. You just buy them and that's it. Even though they were expensive, I want other ways to get my wings without money. So yeah. But he's selling flasks, which are really good for melee. Definitely use the flasks. Especially the Ichor flask, beyond broken. That thing is broken, straight up broken. Even the Curse Flame flask is pretty fine. And he also sells the... What else? Oh yeah, in hard mode, after defeating one mag boss or something, you can get the summoner buff. The enchantment table, whatever it's called, I have no idea. I guess that I can put him in A behind him. There we go. And Mr. Wizard goes to... Where can I put Mr. Wizard? I mean, he has some good things for vanity. I don't really use much. I use that crystal ball for the buff. I just, as soon as I teleport back to my base, I just right click on that crystal ball. Even though I didn't use magic weapons, I didn't use it in that run. But as a mage, it's kind of a good friend. And he sells the greater mana potions, that ice thingy, ice rod or whatever it's called. It's also fine if you want to build some stuff. It's also good for solar pillar as well. And the things, the vanity sets that you build at the crystal ball, you can also build a musket, but those vanity sets are absolutely beautiful. So yeah, he deserves the A tier, but lower A tier. There we go. So that's my tier list. I don't actually feel any need to adjust anything here. I guess the demolitionist could go here. Okay, fine. I'll put the demolitionist. He's fighting with him. But this is the list, if you ask me. Some people are gonna get triggered by this most likely, but I don't care. That's my opinion. And I said the reasoning. The other things, I think they can stay there. Yeah. That's my tier list. What are your thoughts? What do you like? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you disagree a lot about some things? Sure. Let me know about your opinion. Post in the comments. And yeah. Hope you enjoyed. I did this for fun. But in certain aspects it can also be useful. So yeah. I try to be thorough through my explanations. And those were my opinions. Hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video. Subscribe and like. Adios.